Welcome to Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. I am Lori Anne Casdia. Our goal here at Healthy Lifestyle is to inspire, educate, and empower you to fulfill a healthy, emotional, spiritual, and physical life so you can feel empowered to live the life you have always wanted and dreamed. I love the conversation that we are going to have today. I've experienced it myself. I was down actually at a Jets game, and I ran into this gentleman when he was doing what he does, and we'll talk about that in a second. And it was a wonderful, amazing, unique experience. So excited when we bumped into each other again, got reconnected, and he said he would be on the show because I want to share this with you all. It is innovated. It is you're going to hear about how we navigate and move from situation to situation. And I would like to invite to the show and welcome to the show Thomas Francis. He is the owner of the Long Island Airstream Experience. Back in 2017, he opened Long Island Cuban Cigar and Bourbon Experience. That's exactly the experience that we ran into in the parking lot of the Jets Stadium. And it's an Airstream designed as a cigar bar. From there, he went on to open several other themed Airstreams that we're going to talk about to serve a variety of functions and a variety of people's needs. Welcome to the show, Thomas.
Hey, Lori, thanks so much for having me. I appreciate you.
My gosh, I love having you here. So literally, I was walking across the parking lot. We were coming into the game, and we saw your Airstream. Myself and my boyfriend, we smoke cigars. We love bourbon. We love all that. And
everything a grown boy needs.
That's true. And his lady.
And ladies.
And outside of the Airstream, you literally had like grass, and you had fire pits, and you had all this environment. So it's a true experience. The bourbon, top shelf. It was amazing. The cigars, amazing choices. We had a blast. How did you come up with this idea? You mastermind you.
I really appreciate it. So kind of like everyone else, again, just really was trying to navigate my way through life, figure out, what I was about, what I wanted. I started as a part-time brand ambassador, just a side job for the My Father Cigar Company back in the early 2010s, and just was doing that for quite some time. And me and my wife got ready to have our first child about 6 years ago. And
you haven't slept since.
Yeah, right. I haven't slept since. I was traveling around the country. I was doing events. Again, I really wasn't home a ton. And as I was getting ready to be home, I was going to stop doing that portion of my life, but didn't want to stop doing what I was doing. Really enjoyed that cigar and whiskey spirits, side of things. So I started a small wedding business in 2017, where, again, Long Island Cuban Cigar and Bourbon Experience, where I would come in and I would set up a table at weddings and almost be like your cigar, like sommelier, again, pairing cigars with spirits.
Sure. My son's really a sommelier, actually.
There you go. So, and then, it's putting on the show. I had the white tux and really making it an experience. But there'd be a couple weddings that, as they would go and have the wedding, it would rain outside, and then they couldn't use the porch or couldn't go have the cigar outside.
Sure.
So it was kind of almost like a damper on the event, so to speak.
Yeah.
Man, there's got to be a way that we can bring something that we can have like a cigar lounge at an event. I said, there's got to be a way. And growing up as a kid, we'd camp a lot, all over the island, and every now and again you would see an Airstream. And it was just these beautiful aluminum RVs just sitting out in the open.
We used to call it the Bullet.
The Bullet, the Coors Light can, whatever.
Yeah.
Literally, you would see them and you go, man, those are so cool. And you would just see once every couple of years.
Yeah.
They're just so cool. And I said, man, if I ever was to do something like that, I would love to do it in an Airstream. And sure enough, in late 2017, I found an Airstream in a scrapyard, and there began my mobile cigar and bourbon lounge project.
Okay, so first question at the top of my head is, how did you procure, or how did you get that spot down at the Jets Stadium?
Again, so it's
I should say Jets and Giants Stadium, whatever.
Sure. Right.
Whatever.
Again, it's really...
That's for my friend Vince, who's a Giants fan. We still aren't talking about that. Anyway, go ahead.
It's sort of being aggressive, and I like to call it, again, take your time to gather information.
Yeah.
A lot of what I was doing was cutting edge and nothing no one was doing.
Yeah.
So you have to ask a lot of questions. And
trailblazing.
I literally, before I even did anything ever, I haven't tailgated a ton back in my day, but I went to a tailgate tailgate. I met a lot of the booth attendants who let you in. I asked a lot of questions. Hey, what are other people bringing? You find out that other people bring RVs, other people bring certain setups. I said, so why not me? And literally just found out the process of getting there early, getting online first, making sure you get in, you get set up, you get ready, so you get that prime spot in front of there. But just really asking a lot of questions and being aggressive. Again, when you have that thing you want to achieve, don't let anything get in your way. I want to figure out how I can do that.
Now you're speaking my language, my friend.
That's it.
You know, as a coach, that's what it is. If it's in your heart and you want to do it, everything else falls to the side and you just stay on your train track and just go and pursue it. And that's exactly what you did. You're unstoppable.
That's it.
Unstoppable. So let's talk about all the different versions of, because you have multiple Airstreams now.
That's correct.
So you started in 2017.
Correct.
It's now 2022, only a few years later. And how many do you have?
So right now, currently, I have 12. I have 12 different themes. I have a cigar and bourbon one. I have a wine and cheese. I have a boozy brunch one, a taco and tequila, beer and burger, and an escape room. Also have 3.
Wait, how hard could the escape room be?
Oh,
if you're in the middle of
listen, you'd be surprised. It's really tough, actually. So coming off on this tangent, it's great. Airstream in the early 80s started to kind of fail because that's when the advent of the fifth wheel motorhome came out, the big motorhomes, these big travel trailers, which became really in vogue. Yes, slide outs became in vogue, and no longer was the smaller Airstream kind of format fun and what people sought after. So Airstream decided to not only build their own motorhome, which they did, but take some of these motorhomes and turn them into other themes. Well, one of them they made a mobile office, and one of them they turned into a funeral coach, where literally they would give you they would come to you, the funeral director, hey, we have this funeral coach Airstream. You would get in it, your family would get in it, and in the back, they would transport the coffin as well. So you, your family, the coffin, go to church, they unload the coffin, you have the ceremony, go back into the actual Airstream with your family, they load in the coffin, you go to the gravesite, and drop it off, and same thing, the Airstream would take you back. They were wildly unpopular.
I'm sorry, you can't explain the look on my face right now, can you?
Like, what, really? This is a thing?
This is a thing.
They were wildly unpopular, mainly because they were so expensive. They were back in the early 80s, they were $90,000.
Yeah.
And for $90,000, you can get 3 funeral limos, so it didn't make sense. They only made 32 of them. 2 years ago, I found one. And I turned it into a vampire escape room. And literally, as you come in, it is still the entire trailer intact with the seats and everything. You have to find the clues. But what I did was, and I'm giving away a little of the surprise, but I put a dividing wall. It doesn't look like a wall. But as you see the wall and figure it out, it opens up and then you see the coffin room in the back. And then you have to sneak under the trailer while you're inside of it. There's a little pathway that you come under. And then in the back, you come into the coffin room.
Oh, spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! And then you figure out the few last puzzles, and then you exit out the back of the Airstream. It's a lot of fun.
That's so cool. I'm having a flashback to the Big Bang theme, the Big Bang theory.
Okay.
And they did a escape room.
Sure.
And it took them like 5 minutes, and the guy playing Frankenstein is like, slow down, slow down. You know, they were just solving it.
This one's a little tougher.
That's amazing. Did they get to drink too?
Oh, and again, so outside we set up tables. They can bring in beverages. We can provide the beverages. We can do anything. But there's coffin cornhole,
coffin cornhole. I can't even believe it.
It's hysterical.
This is great.
Cool. It is cool.
What Halloween theme? This is so. What I like about it is you can go places,
sure,
but you could bring it to someone's office building.
Correct. And then this is what it's meant. It's meant right as a team builder. It could be again for Halloween. It can be for any time of year. And really, that's when you look at the landscape of things, this has turned into really an entertainment company for adults. Because when you look at the scope of things, right, you have so many things for kids. They can bring in princess stuff. They can bring in, all this kid entertainment. But there's nothing for adults when you look around and go, oh, well, I can get stuff catered. I can get a tent. There's nothing that allows adults to kind of cut loose and have fun, but be in an all-in-one experience where they don't touch anything,
right,
where we handle it all.
Right.
So every Airstream that I bring in, we bring the bartenders, the chef, the actual servers. We're bringing in the furniture, the games. We're bringing in everything you need to have a good time, the music. So you don't have to piecemeal everything. We'll take care of it all in the house for you.
I love that. I love that. I do a lot of team building.
Sure.
And I do a lot of C-suite retreats and things like that. And I was just sitting here going, that's just interesting.
There's a ton of corporate events.
Yeah, you and I need to work together. What's the Boozy one?
Oh, so the Boozy Brunch one is fun. That you come in and we do unlimited mimosas, rum punch, and unlimited Bloody Marys. We set out this huge brunch spread. We have 4 chefs come in. So you have a live omelet station. You have a live panini station. We have then a whole variety of pastries, cupcakes. We do chafing dishes with bacon, eggs, sausage. We have an amazing French toast we cook on site. All of these, a ton of brunch food. And then the same thing. We have all the furniture, the games. We have potato sack racing with this one. We have a Pictionary that you set up. So it kind of gives that fun, brunchy Sunday morning feel, some games and cornhole.
Oh my gosh, it's almost a little bit of throwback to, when we were growing up, that's how we actually played.
It's just fun. It's a good time. It facilitates fun.
Yeah. The wine and cheese was specifically put together because women were whining about the bourbon and cigars and they wanted something.
Well, it's funny that you say that, right? So I'm in the midst of this cigar and bourbon thing, right? That's what I know. That's what I love. And everything's going well. And you sort of begin to see the side. You should feel satisfied at that point, right? I've quote unquote achieved the dream, but there's still something missing, right? So as you're doing these parties, people throw you little ideas here and there. I do one day a party, cigar and bourbon. Somebody comes in, and for the life of me, I forget her name, who she was. She sat down. She goes, "This is so great." Come to find out later on, she's one of the friends of the family. Remember all the girls and the family who drove out to the vineyards? They died in a limo accident.
Yes.
Out there. She goes, "Man, it would be cool if you could bring a vineyard like this to someone's house. So again, stuff like that wouldn't happen. You could do it safely at your home." And I said, boop, it just kind of hits you in the head. So off and away, that was my second trailer that I built, the Wine and Cheese Experience. Literally, we bring the vineyard to you, 12 different Long Island vineyards. You drink as much as you like. We come with these big, beautiful charcuterie boards. Again, one geared towards red wine, one geared towards white. We have a wine glass painting station right there that we bake the wine glasses. You can paint the wine glasses, have a great time, get music, all the furniture, the games. And then when you're done, you just walk back in your house. Nobody has to drive. It's a beautiful thing.
That is amazing. All right. So those were 4 of them. There were some other ones.
We got the beer and burger. We got the taco and tequila.
Talk about beer and burger.
Beer and burger. So again, same thing. Let's bring the brewery to you. We have 8 Long Island craft beers all on tap. Again, all the major distributors, all the big players that we have on the island. There's 4 TVs in there, full direct TV, so we can turn on any game, anything, stream all different ones for you. We cook fresh to order burgers right there on the spot. Big beef burgers. Again, we 12 different ways you can customize them, you can eat as much as you like. Poker table, cornhole, Jenga, all the good stuff. But really, the big deal is having all those tap beers, which is great. And then you can hang out. It's a big sports bar inside, so you come in. And
how long is typically do they get you?
So we have like a base package of 3 hours up to 25 people. So it covers most folks. But then if you need more, we could support parties up to 150 people.
In the
just in general, like if you need more people, like we've done big time weddings, then we'll bring in some more furniture, we'll bring in more servers, etc. But we'll take care of that for you.
Amazing. Okay, and my favorite is tequila. Taco and tequila.
Unlimited Blanco, Reposado, Añejo drinks. Unlimited margaritas. We do a classic watermelon, strawberry, tropical, and then we do a spicy mango. Unlimited tacos. We have a cilantro lime chicken. We have a balsamic honey pork. We have a paprika garlic shrimp, and then we have a teriyaki steak, and we also have a roasted butternut squash for our vegetarian friends. Eat all those unlimited, 12 different ways to top them. A really good time. And anyway, we have Domino's table, again, all the games, the music. It's a blast.
Domino's, as if you, like you said.
Yeah, we have an actual Domino's table that, again, for authentic folks who like to, really
vintage.
Get
You're
really
vintage.
Is.
That's
again,
awesome.
Everything. We take care of it all.
I love it. What inspired you?
You know what? It's so funny that you say that, because I think about it, right? I am a cigar and bourbon guy through and through.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be my thing. That was my passion. But it's funny how you get into these things and you just realize that you can be more. You just have to get out there and be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Again, I'm not a chef.
dude, again, speaking my language.
I'm not a chef.
I love being uncomfortable.
I'm not a wine guy. I'm not a beer guy. I don't know any of this stuff. But if you're willing to get out there and learn, if you're willing to get out there and try something new, and you believe in what you're doing, it's going to work.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah.
And again, so here I am. Again, going out to vineyards. I went with an actual sommelier out there. Let's just go out. Let's taste what's going to work best in this trailer. I don't know anything about wine. I'm not a professional, but sure enough, within 2 weeks, I can speak the language.
Yeah.
So that's
quick
huge.
learning curve, passion for what you're doing, belief in yourself. The word can't doesn't come across your lips. This is what we've been talking about, and what we continue to talk about here on Healthy Lifestyle is, just believing in yourself, and nothing is impossible if you just reach out and talk to other people. And the other thing that I like about in speaking with you, you reached out and you started talking to other people. So you use all these power partners.
Yes.
You utilize all of these power partners, as I refer to them. So they may not be part of your company, but you are now bringing in these other services to collaborate for these events. And yet you still own this company.
Correct.
Because you are a solopreneur.
100%.
And I love it. So see what I mean, peeps? This is what we're talking about, is just believing in yourself, having an idea and going with it. We don't know if it's going to be successful, but the success comes with the positive attitude. And that you had this idea about cigars and bourbons. I love the whole thing that you keep moving around and having different rigs, if you will. Where do you keep them all?
So my yard is in Port Jeff. And really that's it. Again, when you begin to sort of think about where the entertainment kind of vibe is going, people more and more want to be at home. Like, again, especially the actual pandemic kind of created that.
I love being at home.
The feeling of being in your domain can't be replicated. So if less and less folks are trying to go out, and more people just want to, hey, I just want to walk out my door and then walk back in when this is done. And man, it's so ease of use really is what this company is about.
Park in their driveway, park in the street, park wherever they tell you to park.
Bingo. And again, you just don't do anything. Again, there's so much that people have to piecemeal. I want to be able to one day say,
full service.
Well, look, okay, so you need a cigar and bourbon. And at the same time, we need something for a kid. Okay, cool, we can bring a gaming trailer. And what other entertainment stuff can we add on? Great, we have an Starring Airstream coming down the road. Just, again, an all-in-one solution.
Not at the Airstream.
No, at the Airstream.
We're going to be throwing axes at the Airstream? I've been throwing axes at the
Airstream, 100%.
Seriously?
Absolutely.
Have you done axes throwing?
I have.
Isn't it cool?
It is a really good time. And again, it's something that, man, if you could just bring it right to you, that'd be great.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're taking a lot of things that you're passionate about, and there are other people that are passionate about it too.
Correct.
And so you're bringing it out there and bringing it directly to their home, their office, their place of employment. You work with HR departments right now to do the team building? I
don't do too much again. So with the HR stuff, it's they're being an actual gatekeeper. However, what I will do is then again actually go to certain developments and just hand out flyers. Go old school. Again, just put a face to a name. Hey, I'm Thomas, by the way. This is sort of what I do. Because again, putting stuff in an email box, putting stuff in a mailbox doesn't work. Be aggressive. Go out there, put a face to a name, hand out some flyers, and make some connections. So, go out there and network.
So why, and I totally agree with networking. So why put a face to the name? I want you to explain what we talk about a lot here, but I want them to hear it from you.
Listen, I'm 4 years of doing this, and I have now 22 employees. I don't have to go out there and do it, but I'm the brand. So if I'm the brand, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to shake a hand, I'm going to make a connection, I'm going to work it like it's still my first day. That's really important. Like I am still 2 months behind my mortgage. I still have to figure out how to feed my kids. It's still day one for me. If you keep that and hold on to that feeling, there's nothing that can stop you.
Yeah,
you really can't.
Yeah, because you have a goal.
Sure. I mean, again, I can say right now, yeah, I've made it. But then that just gets you off your vision, that gets you off the hustle. Again, it's still day one for me.
Yeah. So
still day one.
So you are literally the CVO of your company, and I love that.
I own every piece of it. You just have to be out there.
And by being out there, you get that know, like, trust factor. That's because they're talking to the actual person.
On the face.
Yeah.
On the face.
Yeah. Do you have anybody else out there talking for your company, or you're the person?
I'm the guy.
You're the guy.
I'm the guy.
I love it. And why?
No one else can describe your dream. I think that's the most important part. Like when I talk to you and talk to anyone else, yeah, sure, people can talk about my company, but they're never going to give it the oomph that I have. They're never going to be able to again, explain how, oh man, you're doing so well. Yeah, but you didn't see me the first 8 months, or again, 2 months behind the mortgage, figuring out how we're going to live day to day, how we're going to put food on the table. Those struggles now, those struggles early on will build you such a mindset later on when you're successful.
Yes.
That you literally at that point can't be stopped.
Totally agree with you, because similar thing happened. I remember when we had $1 to split between my husband and I at the time for the whole week. And we had to figure it out.
Right.
And you figure it out, but I never forget, because I have that $1 on my bulletin board. It reminds me to stay humble. It reminds me to stay focused. It reminds me to keep that fire going. And you have quite the fire. You have quite the energy, very positive energy. I love it.
Work it like day one.
You do.
Gotta
you do.
Work it like day one.
You got to stay in the game.
100%.
Right?
100%. And it's stuff like this. It's stuff, again, I will work my trailers. If I don't care how many we have on staff, I will be at a trailer working it somewhere, somehow, some way.
You are listening to Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. We are going to come back with Thomas and speak a little bit more about these experiences and how you could reach out and get in touch with him. But in the meantime, we're going to take a short little break, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Healthy Lifestyle. Did you miss us? Oh, no, wait. I'm Lori Anne. Welcome back. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please reach out to us at healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. We always love hearing from you, and we'll get back to each and every one of you. You can also follow us on social media at Healthy Lifestyle with LA. Listen to us on this station and other stations. You will find us. We are around. So I want to get back with Thomas Francis. He's the owner of and founder of the Long Island Airstream Experience. And I'm just in total awe with you. You are a coach's dream, because you say all the things and you're not just saying it, you actually do it. And to me, that's the fun and exciting part of this. So first I want to ask you, what are the other Airstreams that you're looking to open? Just so we have an idea.
Oh, man, this is going to be a fun year. So the first and foremost one that we're opening is a gaming experience one. Literally, when you look again, same thing. When you look around the landscape, you have these cool little mobile gaming trailers, but nothing to the scope that we're going to do. It's going to allow, again, both kids and adults to kind of play together. We're going to have stuff for the adults to enjoy as well. Also, these trailers will come with beer, cider, and wine tapped. So the adults will have, again, be really a participant in this. So some actual TVs outside for some sports. So now, again, where you just kind of drop the kids off and all the adults are sitting there and going, all right, well, what do we do now at these? Now the adults are involved, and it really builds that cool bonding experience. Again, we talked about the axe throwing trailer. We're opening up a movie theater and stage one. We're going to literally, the actual Airstream front will be cut out. We'll come down into a stage. We can put up a movie theater where we'll set up movie night for you. We'll do inflatable furniture, or again, your kids can come in with an actual their own band, a solo gig. You can hire someone again to come in and play on our stage and sort of create that music environment for you. Inside, they'll have popcorn, sodas, etc. So to give that real movie night feel. Again, axe throwing one, like we talked about, you know, there are axes at it. And then last but not least, this one.
I just have to back up for the axes. That's making me insane.
Sure.
So so my OCD is kicking in. So you're literally going to throw axes at the Airstream.
Correct. So basically what's going to happen is...
So won't that break the integrity of the act?
But what's going to happen is, again, a big panel will open up, and then on the inside of the Airstream will be all your axe throwing stuff, the wood and everything. So you're throwing the axes into the actual Airstream.
Yeah, you think so.
And then, right, you think so. But
mine would be bouncing tink, tink, tink off of the Airstream.
They have to then rubberize the sides of it. You have to do some special stuff.
Oh, okay. So now I feel better, because I just see this really sad Airstream hobbling down the street to the next event.
Why does it have no wheels? Oh, we just blew them all out because we just threw axes at it.
Yeah, seriously. With cuts in them, 1,000 cuts in the stream. It just not
we'll turn it into like a zombie experience one. Like, oh, okay, this one's done. You know,
I like it. You're already repurposing it. So totally brilliant. I'm sorry, I interrupted your other experience.
You're right.
That was awesome.
You're all right. The last one, there's one we're really excited about. It's a Polar Express themed Airstream.
Stop it.
Yeah. So if you love the Polar Express, if you love that feel, instead of you going out with a massive amount of people and trying to get the feeling of that, we're going to bring literally the Polar Express train to you. So it's an Airstream that we're going to mod. Nice. It's going to look like a train on the outside. You come in, it's going to be all beautifully decorated. We'll come in, we'll sing the songs, we'll do the whole kit and caboodle, hot chocolate, the whole thing. Santa will show up at the end. It'll be a blast.
Exciting.
Really good time. So we're really excited about that one.
Oh my gosh, that's absolutely brilliant. All of these are. I think it's great. So talk to me. How does someone reach out to you, and what does it look like? Can they rent it personally? Does it have to be a corporation? Can mom and dad do it? Can grandma do it?
Absolutely. Yeah. Any of the above. And it's really easy to reach out to us. Again, all the normal formats. Facebook, Instagram. You can call us up 844-542-4427. Website tliaeinfo.com. So the acronym of the Long Island Airstream Experience, tliaeinfo.com. You can see all our stuff there, all our stuff that's upcoming. We always make it easy. Again, we take a small deposit up front. Your final balance isn't due until an actual week before. Personal, corporations, I can get there on wheels, we will be there.
Really? That is great. That is great. And it doesn't matter as long as, what's the minimum amount of people?
So you're covered up to 25 people. Our base packages make it simple. No matter if you have 10, 15, or 25, you're covered up to 25 heads. And then after that, again, we can do parties up to 150 people.
And then they got charged per person?
Correct. There's a charge per person afterwards, depending on which Airstream and what you're doing. We've been on Fire Island. We've been on Shelter Island. We do stuff in Jersey, Connecticut. So like I said, if we can get there on wheels, it's all good. It
is amazing. Okay, so let's shift for a second.
Sure.
What's your why? What's your why?
So it was funny, again, starting off, and that's where, again, you have to be comfortable with getting uncomfortable, because at first it was about providing a cigar and bourbon experience that no one can get else anywhere. And again, there's just that vacuum in the market, and I'm going to go own it. But now as you begin to do these things and you leave these lasting memories on people, because again, they're bringing you in not just, we're having fun, but 40th, 50th birthday parties, big anniversary, big bridal showers, baby showers. My why is to leave people with a memory that they cannot get anywhere else. And that is huge. And there's nothing like this. There will be nothing like this, because it's a huge undertaking that to run something of this scope and to handle the amount of people we do. Again, 4 years in, we haven't had one complaint because we take it so seriously. So
that's what is, so now I'm putting on my business hat, sure, right? And that was what was so intriguing to me, because while I was sitting there enjoying my bourbon and smoking my cigar, I'm sitting there looking at the attention to detail you have. I'm sitting there looking at how you made sure everybody there was having a good time. You went out of your way to make sure each person felt attended to. Sure. Do you have hospitality in your background?
I don't. Again, everyone thinks the same thing. Oh man, so you must have been a bartender or a chef somewhere, and I don't. And that's to me, I treat, again, the old adage, I treat people how I want to be treated. You're coming into my home. So I'm not, you're walking into my trailer. So this is my house. Welcome to my house. What do you need? How can I help? Kick back, relax, enjoy. So yeah.
And you mean that to your depths. I mean, I felt that. You meant it and mean that to your depths. When you're walking around, you're touching every single, not physically, but right, you're touching every single person, every single guest who's with you, whether it's at an event or, again, where I experienced your experience, which was down where there were a lot of people.
Again,
a lot of people hanging out. Because when we came back out of the stadium, that's where we beelined to.
It was packed.
Yeah, it was good. It was awesome.
Always is.
It was just such a great thing. And you have such a nice variety too.
Yes.
So when you say you're, bourbon and cigar, and again, I can speak from experience on that, you had all different levels of, from your standard
for sure.
And even that was even upgraded all the way to your top shelf bourbon sitting down there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I couldn't believe you had Pappy.
Yeah.
I thought Anthony was going to have a heart attack on the spot. He's like, I'll do the Pappy. and it was just, you're really refined with that. But let's just take a little sidebar on this. Okay. You also own a place, or you're one of the owners, you're one of the partners of the whiskey barrel down in Port Jeff.
I am. Yeah.
you opened during during COVID.
Same thing.
What is that about?
We saw an opportunity.
Who does that?
I'm going I'm running in the direction that no one else is running in.
Yeah.
My wife goes, you're just going this one way that no one else is going in.
And that's
same thing. We thought, hey, we had this opportunity to open something that's super different. No one else is doing. There's no whiskey bar per se around anywhere, right? You have to go to Manhattan.
I have to go to Manhattan. Yeah,
correct. So this is our opportunity. Let's do it. And we have a bunch of Three Village dads who we were kicking around the idea for a while. I'm sort of the cigar and bourbon guy inside the house, and then we have a great chef. We have someone else who owns the actual events. We have an IT guy. So all these strategic partnerships come together and they build this fantastic restaurant. And now the food is dialed in. The food's so great. We have a massive whiskey menu for it. And it's not just whiskey. Again, you come in for your normal cocktails, tequila, et cetera.
You have a nice selection of tequila,
thank
too.
You. I appreciate that. And we really put good stock in that. We want and really it is a family restaurant. You come in and again, we have lots of different types of folks eating there. So
and at the moment you step in, and all age ranges, because I've
Correct.
also been at the Whiskey Barrel, oddly enough.
Correct.
We were talking about that and I was like, oh, did not know that you own that. So all age ranges. It's
Absolutely.
just amazing. I mean, there was, I think, if I had to guesstimate, they were in their 80s, maybe 90s,
sure.
were sitting there and enjoying a nice little whiskey. Might have been a bourbon, same thing or similar. So it's just really, really nice. But again, your touch point from the moment you walk in to the moment that you leave, there's an experience. I'm just like blown away, and that you call it the experience. It is what you're giving them.
See, and that's the thing. I have to own that. I just can't go, this is the Cigar and Bourbon trailer. When we were put experience on that side of that,
you don't have to.
I could have put the Cigar and Bourbon Airstream on the side of it and been done with it. But putting the word experience on there means I have to own that. You have to walk away going, wow, that was really cool. That was an experience.
Yeah. And that's not an easy task to do. And you really level up the bar every single time. Every single time. So what is something that I haven't asked you that you want everybody to know about what you're doing?
Oh boy. So again, we were also coming out with a whole line we have a whole line of campers. Again, camping has become popular as well. If you want to go Airstream camping, we took old vintage 70s and 80s Airstreams. We beautifully remodeled them inside. I mean, and they're all different themes. One we have a tree house, one we have a mountain house. We have an actual ocean one coming. We have a Polynesian one coming. So yeah, a lot of, if you want to go camping, we can totally take care of you there. But this will be, again, it's an all-in-one company, something that everyone can do.
So it's just and very family and memory oriented.
Without a doubt. That's the big thing. People want the quote unquote experience. They want a memory they can talk about for the longest time. And this will leave them with that. Yeah,
without a doubt. I mean, gosh, and it goes anywhere. So we were having a conversation that Anthony wants to bring, the bourbon and cigar to his office. And now he has all these different choices. So, what a great way to celebrate your employees. What a great way to celebrate and thank them. I like all of the different possibilities. And then, of course, family. Yeah. You have a nice sized family and friends. You come in, you can have any kind of educational experience. You can have all these type of experiences. I love that you go to them and they don't have to, they can feel safe because they're amongst the people. You're
at home, and again, you can consume alcohol safely, walk back into your house. You don't have to worry about anybody driving, but at the same point, you can have a really great time. Really great time.
So what else? Tell me something else.
Oh man, I mean, again, where we go from here? Where we go from here? I don't know. I mean, again, we could start looking at other states. There's still so many ideas. Again, I want to do a golfing simulator. I want to get into some other entertainment type stuff. But we're gonna just keep growing from here. But I think once we sort of reached the apex of, all right, so we've hit a lot of different things. Maybe we get into some children's stuff. Again, maybe doing a boys and a girls themed trailer where girls come in, build jewelry, and the boys will do laser tag or something. We'll do something of that format. But this is my wheelhouse. Yeah, no, and clearly your wheelhouse, and I love the passion behind it. So while I have you, you are someone who has taken a small business, has taken an idea, and is blowing it up slowly but carefully. And you do take steps at a time, and I think that's really an important thing. You haven't overstepped your control capability, if that makes sense. So
what would you share with other small businesses looking to grow? Not necessarily in the experience area, but what is your best advice for that?
I think you nailed it on the head. Take the small step. I am a guy who had no money. I am a guy who had just I saw something that I wanted. I knew I wanted to get there. But take the smallest steps. You don't have to make that big, great leap. You don't have to put everything on the line to get to where you want to be. Again, I started with an actual cigar and bourbon table. Today, I barely pay for any marketing. I barely pay for any advertising. Go do it yourself. There's so many great avenues to do it. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram, social media,
Word of mouth. Word of mouth is number one.
Stuff like this. Yeah. Word of mouth. Again, you can get out there and do those things. You just have to be aggressive about it. Take small steps. You don't have to take big, great leaps to get to where you want to be.
So we never eat a pizza all at once in one bite, right? We take a slice at a time. Same thing with businesses. I think that where I see businesses get a little shaky is they expand too quickly.
Very too quickly.
So they try to achieve their long-term goal dreams in the first year.
Yes.
And I didn't see you do that. No. You stayed with it. You ramped up a little bit. And now slowly but surely you're adding, another Airstream at a time.
Yep.
And that's like one step at a time is where you're going. I also like, and this is a success principle that I teach all the time, which is ask. How we got back connected is you were asking people who they knew that would allow you to, get your message out there. And our mutual friend contacted me and said, hey, this is what's going on. Could you contact Thomas? Would you be interested? I'm like, of course I am. And that's how we got reconnected.
So many people are afraid to ask. Just ask. It's okay. You have friends and family. You have this, as you build your network, lean on that network. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's and then again, provide value back. Hey, Carmine helps me. I help Carmine, etc. But ask. There's no harm in asking.
Quick story, personal story on this is I was at a mastermind years ago and we were in a group and we're setting our goals, and you all know how I feel about setting goals and taking massive imperfect action and inspired action. But so I'm sitting there and we're sharing our goals with each other because that's what you need to do. When you share your goals, you have an element of accountability because people come back in and go, hey, how is that axe throwing Airstream coming? And that accountability is helpful for you to succeed and attain your goals. Well, I shared something with this group and I'm literally talking 10 years later, I get a phone call from somebody who was in that group. And they're like, hey, Lori Anne, remember me? And I'm like, not really. Can you give me a placement? And they said, oh, I was in that mastermind with you. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. And he said what he did. And then he said, I remember one of your goals was to sing at Avery Stage in Lincoln Center. And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, it just so happens. I remembered that. I just got a job there. One of our acts fell through. We need someone to fill in. Would you consider that? I'm like, I am on that so quickly, you have no idea. Well, P.S., he remembered that and made my dream come true to be able to sing at Lincoln Center. And it was because I shared it. Because sharing or asking, we need other people to know this. Because people, as you know, will reach out and say, yeah, absolutely, let me help.
People will help. Do not undervalue the massive hearts of people. I still today, I get on Facebook, I'll thank everyone and say, hey, look, here's my latest work. And again, things are going well. I could just put it out there and keep moving, but I still ask people for help today.
Yeah.
And people, again, are so willing to
Isn't
help.
That amazing?
Without a doubt.
Yeah, because people are good. And I've never heard anybody go, no, I don't want to help you.
No.
I've never gotten that reaction. I've gotten, gee, I don't know anybody, but let me think about it. And then they'll call back and say, you know what, a friend of a friend of a friend knows. So, but you put the seed, I call it seeding. You put the seeds out there, you never know what you're going to grow. And all of a sudden these little sprouts come up and that's what's going on with you. And it's amazing. Last thoughts.
Big thank you to my wife. Again, if you have...
I was going to say
partner.
superhero.
Yes, she is superhero. Part of my wife. Amazing.
What's your wife's name?
Laddie.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a rock star, Laddie.
She is, 100%.
She's stuck with you, and that's what you need.
Without a doubt.
You need to surround yourself with raving fans.
Yes.
You need to surround yourself with supporters and cheerleaders who just believe in you no matter what. And it sounds to me like that's what Laddie does.
She's great.
Yeah. That is awesome. So great to put it out there. I love how inspiring you are.
Thank you.
If and you can right now, what would you say to everybody? You have the open mic. Go for it.
Just don't give up. Take small steps, and again, work your dream until it's there. But just take small steps. You don't have to be backed by big bucks. Just what's the one little thing I can do today to further my business, etc. Just take one step.
Love it. I love it. It's so good to have you on. I'm so excited to share this with everyone, to let them know that the Long Island Airstream Experience is out there. Website again? TLIAE. T as in the, L as in long, I as in island, A as in airstream, E as in experience.com. That's awesome. And then your phone number?
It's going to be 844-542-4427.
So 844-542-4427. They ask for you, Thomas?
Actually, it's still today, I take every single phone call. So when you call up, you're going to get the sultry tones of Thomas Francis answering that phone.
The sultry tones of Thomas Francis. You said a quote earlier when we were talking, is you're locally known and internationally respected.
That is #facts.
I love that. That is awesome. And we can find you on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, every social media platform.
Everywhere there's internet, I'm there.
I love it. I love it. I love that you're inspired. I love your why. Your energy is so great.
Thank you.
Next steps, I look forward to having you back. Will you come back when you're closer to the summer? We can talk about all the beautiful things that you do.
We have to, because again, like I said, I put it out there with those names that build those businesses. I'm accountable to launching them. So
I love the accountability. I'm holding you to it.
I appreciate you.
I'm holding you to it. So thank you all for joining us today on Healthy Lifestyle. It fills my heart to share this time with you, that we're able to bring these great entrepreneurs to you, to show you and inspire you to do and go after what you want. You need to set those goals for 2022 and then just go after it. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. I promise you, when you write down those goals, your brain starts solving those problems and things start showing up in front of you to make that successful. Put your heart into it. Believe in yourself. Nobody else can believe in you more than you can. So once again, and I'm going to remind you, I say this periodically, but we are here to serve one another. That's why we help each other. And take a moment, step out of your day and really do a little something for someone else, if it's even to help them achieve the dream that they have. In the meantime,
Amen.
Thank you all for joining us on Healthy Lifestyle. I am Lori Anne Casdia. Until next time, play a higher role, serve a higher purpose, show up for you, and show up. What is it, Michael?
Big.
That's right. Show up big. Have a great day. See you next week.